Today, let's take a look at Philippians chapter 2, verse 14. And in it we read, "Do all things without grumbling or disputing." Can we just memorize that today together? Repeat after me. Philippians 2:14. Do all things without grumbling or disputing. Philippians 2:14. Conflict is almost always awkward. It's awkward when you're on the receiving end. It can be awkward when you're dishing it out. And it's also awkward for those who are just the innocent bystanders. One of my earlier memories of public conflict was when I was a preteen, waiting on my parents at church, and there was these other two girls in the hallway, a little older than me, maybe 12, 13 years old, and they were arguing over something very, very important. They were arguing over a dress. And the one girl, granted, a little snooty, she says, "My mom made this dress." And her friend said, "She didn't." To which, of course, she had to respond, "Yes, she did." And her friend said, "No, she didn't." And this went back and forth, you can imagine. You've probably seen something similar. Well, it escalated. "Yes, she did." "No, she didn't." "Yes, she did." "No, she didn't." And the friend says, "She didn't make that. There's a tag on it. If she made it, there wouldn't be a tag on it." Well, they were screaming at the top of their voices, getting very animated. And just when I thought that it couldn't get worse, Mom walks around the corner. And she's louder than both of the girls together. "What are you two girls doing? You're best of friends. What could you possibly be arguing about?" And the daughter, wanting to defend her mother's honor, she said, "I told her that you made this dress, and she doesn't believe me." So the mother turned to the friend and said, "Why would you say that?" And the friend, of course, said, "Because I saw a tag on it." The mother takes the dress and said, "Yes, there's a tag on it. It says, 'Made with love, Mom.' I put it on there." Well, that put an end to the argument pretty quickly. There was a long, awkward silence, and everybody parted ways. The Apostle Paul was addressing a serious issue in the Philippian church, or else he wouldn't have said this. It says, "Do all things without grumbling or disputing." There was some kind of conflict within, possibly coming from outside of the church, that was affecting the inside of the church. I think perhaps that he was starting to address what he names by name in chapter 4. He gives names of two women who were in dispute with each other. He calls them out, Euodia and Syntyche. Can you imagine getting your name in the New Testament forever? And it's because you were arguing? So Paul's addressing this. They're openly at odds with each other. They found it very easy to disagree with each other, and they did it publicly. They did it openly. The whole church knew about it. And even the Apostle Paul found out about it. And now he has written a letter. He's put their names at the end, very memorable part of the letter at the very end, and the whole church is going to read it. It's a serious issue. Ken Sande, in his book, The Peacemaker, he writes, "Grumbling and complaining irritates and discourages other people. It also takes our eyes off of the good things God and others do for us. When others feel we are critical of them or ungrateful for what they do, it's only a matter of time before conflict breaks out." See, we grumble. When we grumble and we argue, what we're really doing is we're rejecting the Holy Spirit's control on our lives. Paul's words are a warning not to let disagreements with others degenerate into quarreling, arguing, or foolish controversies. See, conflict is good. Healthy conflict is good. We should be in conflict over things that matter, like sin. We should be confronting each other over sin. Sometimes we can get into arguments and it's just over opinions. It's a disagreement. It's a difference. And the Bible addresses that too, that it's a good thing to overlook an offense. So brothers, sisters, are you in the middle of an argument? Are you about to start an argument? I want you to take a moment and pause and consider, is this sin or is it just foolishness? Maybe you're harboring a stubborn spirit, a doubtful spirit. See, Paul's not addressing just the defiant here. He's also addressing the timid. Do you fit in any of that, in any of those categories? Can you be the peacemaker in the conflict? This doesn't mean that you get to escape. It doesn't mean that you go on the attack. But you could overlook an offense because it's just insignificant. So you got to ask yourself, does it really matter? Does it really matter? Do all things without grumbling or disputing. Amen? God bless you.